That is step 4 is your slip percentage. So generally in case of your flat belt drive, you take assume 2% slip. Assume 2% slip. Now, as far as your belt drives are concerned, we make use of your, suppose you have your D1, D2, N1, N2. Now, using this concept of slip, you can determine any one of them. If some of the inputs are available to you, let us say N1, N2 or D2 or D1, D2 or if one unknown is there, you can determine it. So you can determine user relation, that is, yes, pi D2 N2 equal to 1 minus S into pi D1 N1. So accordingly you can calculate either D2 or D1 or N2 or N1. So this relation you have to remember. So that is how slip is instrumental. Slip is basically the as far as your slip is concerned, whenever the belt moves over the pair of pulleys, there is some loosening of the belt, and as a result of there is some loosening of the belt over the surface of the pulley, because the basic concept uses friction. So there are some losses on account of your flat belt drive, and that losses will give reference to your slip. So next is your belt tension. Step 5, that is belt tension. You can either represent tension by T1 or you can use by F1. Either you use T1 or F1, one same thing. So you have the relation, that is F1 minus F2 is equal to PD by Vp. PD we have determined what is design power, Vp is pitch line velocity or bed velocity. So accordingly you can determine your this F1 and F2, that is tension on tight side, tension on slack side. So that also you can have the relationship from data book page number 155. I'll just show you. Data book page, yes, data book page 155. Yes. So next is your, again you have a relation, that is F1 by F2 is equal to E to the mu theta. So that relation is also given in your data book page 155. Now what is mu, what is theta? So for mu and theta, you are advised to refer table XV4 and table XV4. That is friction coefficient between belt and the pulley. It means now you need to know what is the material of the pulley, what is the material of the belt. For that, you go to data book page 156. Yes, for mu, go to data book page 156. Not 156, it should be 157. So if you remember if you go through this table XV5, then you have the belt material, considering belt material as leather, belt material as leather and pulley as cast iron. One of the frequent used combination, that is leather and cast iron, leather for belt and the cast iron for pulley. So accordingly the friction coefficient is 0.35. So mu is 0.35. That is from data book page 157. So now I am going to the next step, that is step 7. Yes. So next is your theta. whatever step it is, step 6 or step 7, let us say step 6. So you have your theta. So calculation of theta. So theta is, similarly you can have, theta is angle of wrap. Angle of wrap. So what is that? So you have theta 1 as well as theta 2. So I write theta 1 is, that is smaller pulley and larger pulley. So theta 1 is your pi plus d1 minus d2 by c. Similarly you have your theta 2 is pi minus d1 minus d2 by c. So this is 1, this is 2. So you have to compare both, whether theta 1 is greater than theta 2 or theta 2 is greater than theta 1. So what happens if theta 1 is greater than theta 2, then your smaller pulley, yes, then you take the value of theta 1 into account. Which one is higher, you take theta 1 into account, that is go for the higher, or simply refer this formula. Theta 1 is pi plus d1 minus d2 by c. Now based on that, next we can again use the relation, that is f1 by f2 is equal to e to the mu theta, and then calculate this. So accordingly, if you are having f1, you can determine f2 both, f1 as well as f2. So now next step, I will go to the next slide. So stop here. Yes.